And it might ask you to accept the recording. You just hit confirm or whatever, accept. Okay. So I like to sit on a pillow or a folded blanket to begin, just so that my hips are a little bit higher than the knees. Or you can sit in a chair, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then let's bring the palms together and just rub them together. So taking the nerve endings in the palms of the hands and rubbing them against each other helps to soothe and strengthen the nervous system. And as you do this, you can take a few smooth, slow breaths in and out through the nose. Good, and bring the hands together. Notice any subtle energy that's been created between them. And draw this energy to your heart. So, this vital center point of the body. And ever so slightly, can you lift the heart? Notice your breath, life force washing in and out. And let's set an intention for this practice today. Anything at all that comes to you, don't judge it. Just allow any intention to be formed. And when you're ready, you can let that intention go by releasing the hands, with the palms facing up. And bring the hands down to the knees. And just begin to slowly circle your body to the left. Good. So you're just starting to massage those internal organs like you're stirring a pot. And you can keep the eyes open or you can close them for a moment, just noticing how this feels on the inside. And reverse the direction. So you're circling the other way. And smoothly inhale to center. And see if you can lengthen your spine a tiny bit more. And smoothly exhale here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. See if you can slow your breath down so that you're taking 4 seconds to inhale and 4 seconds to exhale. And as you breathe slowly, let your belly relax so that your belly and your rib cage can expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, they soften. So keeping this breath 4 seconds at least to inhale, 4 seconds to exhale. Maybe you can move it up to 5 or even 6. But as you do that, let's begin to circle the head and neck. Keep it really small at first. And you can even count the length of your inhale and exhale for a little while. The next time the chin comes down, reverse the direction of the circle. You get to decide how big this circle is depending on how it feels. And eventually relax the head to center. Keep your breath and begin to roll the shoulders. And add the elbows. Bring the hands to the shoulders, circling them. Elbows are circling. And let's take a couple in the other direction. Notice how you're doing with your breath. Good. Lift the elbows up. Keep them lifted. Keep the heart open. Inhale as you twist to the left. Exhale as you twist to the right. And this can be slow and gentle, or you can have a little momentum with it where you're kind of swinging left and right. You decide. And of course, if you're swinging left to right, your breath will speed up. And just for this exercise. Good. Inhale, bring it to center. Switch the crossing of your legs. So if you had one shin in front, bring the other shin in front. Or you can always let the legs out long for a moment. Interlace the hands in front of you. Turn them inside out. Good. And then reach them forward as you round the back. Tuck the chin. Deep inhale here. Exhale out through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale, reach them up, 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 so high that a little back bend happens. The back will arch a little bit. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale to center so you're not arching the back. And exhale, lean it to the side a little bit. Good. Inhale to center when you're ready. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the hands forward as you round the back. And take a full breath here, inhaling through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale, reach it up, 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 so high, little back bend happens. You're even reaching the hands back a little bit. Exhale with a sigh here. And then just go side to side a little bit. Right and left. Good. Last little piece here. Reach it up, but release the hands so the fingers are wide. Inhale with me. Exhale, begin to twist to the left. Bring your right hand down to the left knee. Left hand reaches behind you to the floor. Inhale up to center. Exhale, other side, twisting to the right. Bring it down. Good. One more on each side. And you can stay a little bit longer this time, gazing over the left shoulder. And when you're ready, come to center. Exhaling, twisting to the right, gazing over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale to unwind, arms reach up. Exhale, reach the arms open, out and down, like you're passing through, smoothing or charging the space around your body. Fingertips eventually can touch the earth on either side of you. Good, and just notice any shifts or changes that you might feel from when you first sat down this morning for yoga. And it's okay if you feel nothing different. You're just noticing, just the act of checking in. And let's come lying onto the back. So you can lie down on your yoga mat. These days, I often use a sheepskin, but you can use whatever you like. Good. So on the back, you can hug your knees towards your chest. Good. And just allow your body to rock a little bit side to side. So you're starting to massage the back a little bit against the earth. And you're breathing here. So as you breathe in and out through the nose, you can send your breath down into the hip, low back, anywhere that your body is feeling this. Good, and you can hold on to the knees with your hands and begin to circle them. Good, like the hands can even come up to the thighs a little bit for a little extra room, a little extra space. Yeah, and you're just assisting them to circle around. And this creates a really nice massage for the low back, for the sacrum area. And we're lubricating the hips. Let's go the other way. So circling in the other direction. And draw the knees towards the chest at center. And then keeping the knees together, let the knees fall to the floor on the left side. So just let them fall all the way over to the left. And if that feels like too much, You can take a pillow and place it between the knees or underneath the left knee on the floor, just so that the floor gets a little bit higher if necessary. And then let's take the right arm and circle it up and around, reaching it away from you, over the head, and then allowing it to sweep over the body. Big circle. Coaxing this right lung open, opening the intercostal muscles of the rib cage on the right side. Good. Reverse the direction. And let's begin to layer on the Ujjayi breath. So we've been breathing in and out through the nose, and we've been slowing our breath down. And now, if you'd like to, you can have a tiny contraction in the throat so that you can hear your breath, and your breath sounds like the ocean floor, which is very soothing to the nervous system. And it can also help you to slow the breath down more. Let's take this last circle a little bit slower. Eventually reach this right arm away from the knees that are falling to the left. You can even hold the knees with your left hand as you reach this right arm in the opposite direction, and allow your gaze to look towards your right hand. And breathing into this twist. And for these last couple breaths here, can you melt a little bit more on the exhale? What can you soften into more? On your next inhale, hug the knees to center. And then when you're ready, start to let them fall to the right, all the way down to the ground. Each side might feel different, so notice if you need a pillow between the knees on this side. And when you're ready, begin to circle this left arm up and around. This also helps to relieve that creakiness in the shoulder joint. And circling in the other direction. When you're ready, reach this left arm away from the knees and allow your gaze to fall towards the left hand. So the left arm will relax on the floor away from the knees. Good. Taking a few deeper breaths here into the twist. On your exhales, what can you melt and soften? On an inhale, drawing the knees into the chest. Allow your knees to open wide this time. So each knee is being hugged with each hand, getting into the groin. This is a great form of happy baby. So feel free to stay right here and breathe. If you're already thinking this is definitely enough, then don't do this next piece. For those of you who are looking for more, you can flex your feet and hold the outside edges of your feet. And then your knees bend down towards your armpits as the soles of your feet face up towards the sky. So whichever pose you're in, let's take 3 to 4 slow breaths. Good, everyone. Begin to release the bottoms of the feet down to the floor. So your knees are bending up towards the sky and your feet are on the floor. Just let the arms rest by the sides. Take another moment to check in. Each time we check in and notice how we're feeling or what shifts or changes have happened, we're deepening our awareness, which helps us to weave yoga throughout the rest of our day. Just having a greater awareness of body, mind, or state of being can be so helpful in maintaining stress and staying more relaxed throughout our day. Good, now deepen the breath again. Make sure that your feet are about hip width apart or a tiny bit wider. And the feet should be parallel, so your toes aren't jutting in or out. And inch your shoulders down a little bit. Let the palms of your hands rest down by the sides. And let's take a couple little arches with the back. So on your inhale, I'd like you to imagine that your pelvis is tilting downward, your tailbone is tilting downwards towards the earth, and your back is arching off the ground. And then as you inhale, I'd like you to tilt your tailbone up and press your middle back into the earth. Good. So inhaling as you tilt forward, a little bit of space will be created between the back and the earth, like the middle and low back. As you exhale, press the back into the earth, tucking the tailbone. Remember, you can layer on that ujjayi, that ocean sound again. The next time that you exhale and you press your back into the earth, stay there for a moment. And as you inhale, press your feet down and lift your hips and your buttocks up off the earth. So your whole lower back and buttocks might lift a tiny bit. Holding here as you breathe, you can tuck your shoulders under, interlace your hands, press into the feet and the hands.
Good, everyone. Couple breaths. Doesn't matter what it looks like. You can always come down early. When you're ready, lower it down. Relax. Let's take one more. On an inhale, press down into the feet, lifting the buttocks and the back up off the floor. You can try to interlace the hands. Even press into the toes. On an exhale, lower all the way back down. Good. Stretch the arms up over the head. Interlace them, turn them inside out, reach them up. And then reach your feet all the way down. You can point the toes, spreading them, getting long. And then flex your feet, reaching out through the heels. Your toes are spreading up towards the sky. Take your interlaced hands underneath the head and neck, holding the head and neck up, trying to gaze at your feet. Just a couple rounds. Draw your left knee towards the chest as you let your right leg hover over the floor. Good, and then exhale, switch. Inhale as you draw one knee in, other leg extends. Exhale, switch sides. Good, and you never have to do anything that I offer. Just try a few. Keep going if you like it. If not, take a break. This is a very powerful core strengthener. Last one on each side. Good, let one leg down and then the other. You're gazing at your toes, deep inhale. Exhale, relax the head. Relax the feet. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky, wide fingers. Hold your breath, make fists with the hands, squeeze the feet, squeeze the whole body like you're drawing a heavy weight towards the chest. When the hands meet the chest, exhale powerfully through the mouth and let it go. This is a tension releaser. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, reach it up. Wide fingers, hold the breath, squeeze the fist, squeeze the whole body, even the face, drawing the fist to the chest. When you get there, exhale, powerfully relax. One more time. Squeeze. Let it go. Rolling onto your left side and pressing up to seated. Let your legs come out long in front of you. Let the hands rest on the knees. Heart lifts ever so slightly. Begin to circle the ankles. Other way. Let's add the wrists. Good. Getting each direction. Beautiful. Now flex your feet, reach the arms up. Inhale deeply. Exhale as you begin to fold, reaching the hands towards the toes. Now, it's very possible that the hands won't touch the toes today, so let them come down to the knees, shins, or ankles. Good, and just let your head and your neck relax and rock a little bit side to side. So never forcing or creating tension, but instead, can you de-stress in this pose? Can you open and melt a little bit in this pose? Good. A little bit longer here, you're opening the life nerve that runs up the back of the leg, which helps us to have sustainable energy throughout the day. You can keep rocking or you can come into stillness. See how nourishing you can make your breath. When you're ready, we'll slowly rise up. You can walk the hands up the legs. Just taking a little counter pose. You can walk the hands behind you. Just walking them back as you lift the chest. So it's like a little, like you're a kid and you're just trying to lift your heart up a little bit. You're arching the back. Good, now bend your knees and let your feet be at least a foot or two apart from each other. So they're a little bit wide. And then let your knees fall to the left. So you can see how my left knee came down and then my right knee came down just behind my left foot. So they were up and then they fell to the left. And we're going to bring both hands to the floor on either side of this left knee. Good. Now this is for the left hip. So if you're here and you're like, oh my goodness, then you might need to back off a little bit. You can always take a pillow and have the hands on the pillow just so that it's not as intense. Okay, and just wiggle around here. Just, you can do little circles like we did in the beginning. Yeah. Or another option, if you want to go a little deeper, is go up and down. Good. And you can allow the back to flex a little bit with this, like rolling up and then pouring the heart over the knee as you go down. Good. And if you want to, you can stay down. Take a few more breaths wherever you are.
Last breath here. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, begin to walk your hands over to the left. A little bit deeper twist. Yep, good. Now can you lengthen your spine here? Can you find a tiny bit more space from tailbone to crown? Breathe into it. When you're ready, unwind. Walk the hands back to center. Sitting up. And then bring your hands behind you so that you can lean back and release the knees. And we're going to come to the other side. So feet are the same. You don't necessarily have to turn, but I'll turn for you so that you can see me. And then knees fall to the right. And then walk your hands. You can be on the fingertips. You can have a pillow, whatever's comfy. Or your hands come down on either side of that right knee and just play with it for a moment. Circle or go up and down. Send your breath down into this right hip. Our hips are the largest joint of the body. And they often tend to be a storage drawer for toxicity or gunk. So this helps to release some of that. And then yoga continues to work on us throughout our week. So it will continue to release blockages throughout the week. Good. You're welcome to come into stillness. You're welcome to come down low. You're welcome to continue any movements that you're doing. Just play with it. You're exploring your body. One more breath wherever you are. On an inhale, begin to rise it up if you're down. Exhale, walk it back. Hands come behind you. Knees are bent, just windshield wiper them side to side. Oops, I forgot the twist. Let them fall to the right again. And then walk your hands over to the right, coming into a twist. Send your breath down low into the body. Can you lengthen your spine while you're here? Beautiful. Unwind it. Take your hands underneath the knees, holding them up, sitting up tall. You can stay right here. You can build a lot of strength staying right here, and you can also lift the heels so the toes are touching the floor. Notice your core and your back gaining a lot of strength here. Shoulders glide down the back, heart lifts. Stay here or lift one leg up. Switch.
Good. Spread through those toes, beginning to widen them. Try to lift both feet up. Good, you guys. You're just playing with it. If you want to go farther, try straightening the legs. Keep breathing. Try reaching the arms out. Good. Take your hands under the knees, bring them down. And let your legs open wide into a V. Hands come behind you, lengthen up. Stay here. This might feel like enough, or tent your fingers in front of you, beginning to tilt the pelvis forward. Good. Rock it a little bit side to side. You're coaxing the body open, these inner lines of the legs. Keep your breath. Good, and then eventually pause in stillness for a few breaths. Hands can be on the floor. Try to lengthen your spine. Some of you might be coming all the way down. Let's see if we can slow the breath down to 6 or 7 seconds. Walking the hands over towards the right leg. Take your right arm to the inside of your right leg and press it into the inside of this right leg. Take your left arm up to the sky. Good, and then wiggle these left fingers that are in the air. Reach them up and over the head towards your right toes. Beautiful. Notice that whole left side opening. Breathe into it. How slow can you make each breath? Let's come up to center. And come in this way. So bringing this left arm into the inner leg. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Wiggle these right fingers slowly. Begin to bring the right fingers over the head like they're reaching over the toes. Notice this whole right side opening. Good. Now begin to look down at the ground and bring both hands to the earth towards this left leg. And lengthen your spine. Begin to walk your hands to center and see how slow you can make this next breath.
Begin to walk the hands closer to the body, rising up. And let go of your breath. Close the eyes, checking in, noticing. We'll come into the very most important pose of yoga, our final resting pose, also known as Shavasana. So you're welcome to help the legs release by just bringing the hands under the knees and inching them together. And then we'll lie down on the mat, and you can cover the body with a blanket. You're also welcome to put a cushion underneath the knees if your low back tends to be a little bit achy. And we're going to lie flat on the ground. Another possibility is some of you might like something underneath your head or neck, just if you need that. And in this pose, if it's possible, your legs are slightly separated and your shoulders can tuck down a little bit, allowing the inner arms to face upwards and the palms face upwards. You can rock the head a little bit side to side at first, just finding that gentle center point where the back of the head can rest. Letting the head come into stillness. And imagining all the weight of the mind releasing towards the back of the skull. And all the weight of the body releasing into the earth. Imagine the energy of the earth, or even the physical earth, rising up to meet you. Allow the tip of the tongue to relax. All the muscles on the face soften. Notice the heart softening. Notice the belly relaxing. Thighs relax. Pelvis relaxes. And allow this relaxation to trickle down the legs, through the feet. Maybe the body is like a gentle waterfall with subtle energy moving from the crown of the head down through the body, relaxation trickling out the feet. Let your breath go, allow your body to breathe naturally, and just rest here, absorbing the benefits of yoga. Begin to deepen your breath. And gently wiggling fingers and toes. And stretching the arms up over the head. And using your right arm as a pillow, you can roll onto your right side, coming into the fetal position. And just slowly begin to press up to seated. We'll come back to where we first began, with the palms together at heart center. Gently lifting the heart. Bowing the head towards the heart and remembering your intentions. And I'll ring the bells for you 3 times. Namaste means the light in me bows or recognizes the light within you. This is a way for us to remember that we're all connected or all one in some way. And so honoring the light that exists within and the light that exists in each being, we say together, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Thanks, Liza.